Good evening. It's time for some more Four Last Things. I've got achievements left. We finished the game, but I've got 4 last achievements left. So that's my plan for today. I just have to make sure the full screen is going to Four Last Things and not Nightcall anymore. I'll probably turn down the game music quite a bit. I have no idea how I can get... The game itself doesn't have any volume, so I don't think I can turn this game music down and still have Spotify on or something. So we're probably not going to do that. Okay, so one achievement I'm missing is called charitable donation. So maybe I just should give this beggar all of my money. I thought I've done this in the playthrough, but apparently not, because I don't have the achievement. Take this. Bless you, young man. With this I can purchase a home. No achievement popping up. Can I give the person more stuff? I gave her cake. With this I can have my first proper meal in weeks. The typo is actually in the game and not me reading stuff wrongly. I can give her my crumpled to-do list. Bless you, young man. With this I can learn to read. Love potion. Bless you, young man. With this I can attract a lover. Appetite suppressants. Bless you, young man. With this I can silence my groaning stomach. Poison. Bless you, young man. With this I can send my enemies to the grave. My loot. Bless you, young man. With this I can play my child to sleep. Raw fish is the last item on my list, I think. Bless you, young man. With this I can silence my groaning stomach. Oh, good. I think I still need the chisel and mallet for another achievement. I'm not sure I can make this all in one sitting. So giving her everything. Okay, I got the achievement, charitable donation. Probably should quit now and load again. So I get my items back, because I think I need the chisel. Yes, still got the items. Now I have to figure out if I don't think I can get back from here. So we have to confess. I'm not sure we can confess. Okay, I have to click on the sins. They will kill me after I confess everything. So I probably have to redo the start of the game. Okay, let's try to talk our way out of this. I think last time we chose the first option. And this time I'm going with blaming Adam. I'm inherently predisposed to sinful behavior because Adam ate that dang apple. Heavenly Peter asks why you seek absolution only now. Sorry that my dog is barking. I've finally seen the light. Heavenly Peter declares you may be forgiven of your sins only after you prove your faith in God. I will do whatever it takes. My faith in our Lord has never wavered. You're not going to like this. Okay, they want me to jump down the leap of faith. Okay, we jumped. And I really think I have to restart the game to get the other achievements. There's a cutscene again about the hell. The good thing is there's every time something new to discover in this. Okay, we're going to Minecraft our way out of here. Okay, rebooting and starting a new game, I guess. No, this was the wrong button. Okay, new game. There's no skipping those cutscenes. Okay, just eat the damn apple. And descend to Earth. Okay, still cutscene. Okay, this will be annoying. Okay, just clicking through that really quick. be sinning. My inventory is up here. Okay, there's an achievement related to statues and one related to drinking. I forgot where we got the chisel and mallet. But I do remember where we got to drink. So drinking was in here. Oh, I need a flask first. I have no idea where I got the flask. I think it's the empty jug. Okay, we've learned that double click makes us run. So now we can drink a lot. He doesn't want to drink in front of the children. Okay. Drink outside with the adults. Burp. So I'm going to try 10 times, and if that doesn't give me the achievement, I'm going to look it up. 2. Burp. Dip, dip, dip. 3. Burp. Oh, we vomited. That's enough of that. 3 has been enough for the achievement alcoholism I just got. Okay, and I think the next one is just looking at all the paintings. And paintings have been over here. Luckily all of these areas are accessible right away and not blocked by any progress. Okay, we are starting in the upper... No, we are starting with the left picture row. Follower of Hieronymus Bosch. More Bosch. Clicking at all of these. Ship of Fools. I wonder if the developer included all of his source materials in this gallery. If it's like the source list of his graphical assets. Look how small that cow is. What's perspective even? Also there's person in the background pissing at the fence. That's great. Okay, now we're going in rows. We're starting with the upper row. Landscape filling. The old guy speaking to the monkey in the front. the gallery with the two playing dogs in front. So cute. I never got my dog to play that way with another dog. Briggle. Probably saying that name wrong again. Briggle again. The scene at the doctor's office, slightly changed from what we saw in the game. Oh, that picture I can't smell. The dancing baby is missing. In the actual level, they have a dancing baby at bottom left. It's a great addition in my opinion. Leda and the Swan. Look at the babies coming out of the swan eggs. Forbidden love. Or rather, I don't know, I think she was... Painting of some ice golfers. I like that. It's bright. Painting of rural. I cannot pronounce those R's. Musicians in the egg. The doctor's with it. And 2 more rows and the pictures in front, I think. Jakob Friel. Never heard that painter actually. Painting of a happy family. Man, those kids, or are those dwarves or kids? They look so unproportionate. Peasants before an inn. Peasants making merry outside the tavern. Post-feast idlers. Oh, it's actually the church. I like the clear lines. Next row. Portrait of a Saxon noblewoman. A young knight in a landscape. There's so many animals in this picture. There's a little Ermlin bottom left. There's birds. The horse, the dog. The dog is nearly as big as the horse. Autumn. Someone is happy to drink some alcohol. August van Sachsen. Looking grumpy. Adam and Eve. More Adam and Eve. Portrait of Giovanni Arnolfini and his wife. Look at the fluffy dog at the bottom and those those shoes, oh my god, they must be so uncomfortable. The Temptation of St. Anthony. Okay, there are little people in little armor parts. This is so weird. Yawning man. So people are not clear if it's from Bruegel or not. Oh, that's actually a painting too. Those were the Kickstarters, and I actually thought that they asked to be, you know, weird person with books on heads or something. But apparently it's a real real picture. Francesco Goya. Okay, we're done with the row in the back. Now just a couple pictures that are standing in front. And then hopefully we should get our achievement. The Garden of Earthly Delights. The fight between Carnival and Lent. There's a lot going on. A view of a small town square with figures promenading. Actually, I think 7 deadly sins and the 4 last things. There we got our name-giving picture. Actually, I think I'm doing this for nothing because this is not for the achievements. The achievement was around... has nothing to do with the gallery. I'm stupid. Okay, the last achievement is called Master Sculptor. You have an abundance of workmen, stonecutters, masons, carpenters, and all kinds of craftsmen without number, skilled in working. Chronicles 22:15. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid, but at least we looked at some pictures. I have to find the tools. I don't remember where I got them. I stole them, with no doubt, but I don't know where. No, they're right here. A statue of a merry peasant. So I really have to get some sharp first. I have to do all of this again. This was a more or less complicated task, if I remember correctly. I hate this. Let me look this up so I don't do work for nothing again. Master Sculptor. Steam says it's enough when he sculpts anything. I don't think it's that easy. I do think I need the money. I think this guide is crap. Master Sculptor. I should have saved my achievement. Some people suggest you have to sculpt different things. So those people got legal advice and they need a form, and I'm going to help them get the form to get some money. I forgot what I have to do for these. Can you help me find a document? I forgot what the solution to the riddle is. I have to go to the library again, or I just look it up. For last things riddle, because I've already solved it, I don't feel like doing it again. Jakob von Utrecht is the answer. Jakob von Utrecht. Okay. Hi, Heiko. Yeah, the same again. I have to restart the game to get one of the last achievements. So I'm kinda do it in a quick run through without actually puzzling myself. Giving him the documents. The achievement I'm missing is that I have to sculpt different things. I haven't looked into it deeply, but I didn't find a way to get back to that certain area from the save game. And yeah, achievements often involve that you have to restart something, because real achievement hunters will, of course, think ahead and do things early on. And also, oh, you said that game again. I read that as German, that German again. And then now I've saved Jakob von Utrecht as German painter in my head because of that line. Even though the name doesn't sound particularly German. Probably Dutch or something. We got money now, so now we can sharpen our tools. By the way, my voice should be louder now than it used to be. No, actually I've turned it down again, I think. Let me try something. Yeah, I remember. I turned it down because I noticed that even when I didn't say anything, the microphone would still pick up the game music from my headphones and stuff like that. So that's why it's set to a quite a level or something. I don't know. Money. Yes, we do require his service. We want our tools sharpened. What if I pay you? Okay, get sharp tools. Okay, the internet says that I should try sculpting different things. Use chisel and mallet to craft an expression of your inner turmoil. Yes, that looks like it. Tumultuous. And that got me the achievement. I got all achievements and I'm officially in all the ways possible done with this game. Yay! It's rare I unlock all achievements of a game. This game had 17 achievements and 4 achievements have been left after I've finished the story. So yeah, we're officially done. I've only streamed 30 minutes so far, so so what I will do now is I will check out the free roaming mode of Nightcall and see what happens. If it attributes to unlocking information on my picture wall. Have to change the input. I cannot change the input to Nightcall even though I see Nightcall. Even though I see Nightcall on the list. What's up with that? There we go. Just had to switch the scene for a bit. Let's try free roaming in a cab in Paris at night. For like 30 more minutes or something. And then I'll end the stream for today. I wonder if I still have to make sure my tank is filled and stuff. But actually I don't think so, I didn't see anything on the top. Also can I actually don't know what the command is to change the stream info with a Nightbot. Okay, this is Nightcall. Nightcall free roaming. Done. Here next. Okay, getting into my taxi driver voice and mode. The next passenger looks completely dazed. Drive! Come on! Where are we going? She seems surprised by your question. Well, to Boulogne, of course. They're out. I don't want to miss them. I'm starting driving. I don't want to annoy her. You notice your passenger relax as soon as the car starts to move. She doesn't seem the least bit interested in your presence. And what are we going to do in Boulogne? We're going to gather truffles. You look at her out of the corner of your eye. Truffles? To eat? Well, of course not. Food is poison, is dead weight that stifles thought. We need to move beyond the idea that the stomach is king. She closes her eyes. After I wrote One Potato in 2003, I stopped eating vegetables. Seriously, I just couldn't eat what I'd written anymore. And after that, I began to free myself from the shackles of sweets and cooking. Poetry is where we come from, where our true values lie. In a combination of words, not oils. In cooking syllables, not meat. You never eat? Of course I do. What a silly question. Eating is important. But I want to do so in harmony with nature, of which we are a part. You don't know how, but you actually heard the capital N in nature. That's why I ingest only tea and rocks from my own garden. You are speechless. She goes on without noticing your surprise. Not to mention truffles, to open my mind. When I'm stuck, she raises a hand. No, not stuck, unable to give birth to a new idea. When the contractions don't come, when my mind is not fully dilated, then truffles help. You're almost to the Bois de Boulogne. By day it is not much of a forest. At night even less so, scattered groves, a few unlit roads. Of course there are all the sex workers with their trailers and trucks, but their clients are not so interested in having company. Keep driving, it's a little further on the right. You sigh. You almost never come to this area except to pick up your friend Jackie. An idea pops into your head. For once, you get the impression that the Bois de Boulogne is more hospitable than Paris. No killers on the loose, no police on your trail. You're taken by a sudden desire to leave your passengers there and speed off towards the Atlantic coast. Stop! I sense some. She gets out of the cab and vanishes into the forest. A minute goes by. What if you drive away? She's 500 meters from a metro station. There's no danger. The door behind you slams. She's back. Ah, shit. Her mouth is full. You can barely make out the address she gives you. You turn the key in the ignition and start driving. You glance in the mirror and see your passenger uncomfortably swallowing something. You can't help but say in a disgusted voice, "What are those things?" "The truffles. The super pricey things that grow in dirt. These ones aren't super pricey, as you put it. They just help me write." "Are they hallucinogenic?" She shakes her head. "They help start the contractions. They help me focus on my poetry." She shakes her head and says nothing. Maybe the truffles are working. You concentrate on your driving and the road ahead. Boulogne is far behind and you are driving through the nicer neighborhoods in the city. From time to time she whispers something. You catch a word or two here and there. Silence. Augmented. Vivisection. She pronounces each syllable with haughtiness and precision. When you've almost reached your destination, your passenger closes her eyes. "Here it comes." Her voice drops and sounds more poised. "I hear from across the ocean the tumult of the drowned. Hold your ear to the water. Hey-ra, row-hey. Dance on the dock where the dinghies dabble." She's silent. She furrows her brow. "Ingest, I vomit the carbon I ingest as I sit under in the shade of the chestnut. I attempt to write about the passage of a past passage, but it passes away. Passes away. I'm stabbed by savages." Every once in a while she shakes uncontrollably. "Here were hanged man and woman. In their hearts they wear the mark of the improper paternal figure, protruding and pestilent. Pest still land. I am a slave to my own revenge. Not you, but I. She slowly opens her eyes as you pull over. She smiles at you, a strange smile, like she just had an orgasm. Thank you for your patience. She hands you money for the fare and a few white seashells. Hold on to them, they have... She searches for the word for a few minutes before getting out. They have spatial qualities. You're ready to jump out of your seat. Huh? Spatial? She's already out of the cab and the door softly shuts. You watch her. She walks away. No doubt about it. She's wearing pajamas. Reading that was a bit of torture with, you know, the words and same words and different words and pronunciation thingies. You put... Huh? This person disappeared the moment I clicked, I think. Weird. So we're driving back, I suppose. When you see your next passenger, your first instinct is to prepare yourself for a fight. It's almost automatic, something about the way she holds herself, her super wide shoulders, her huge hands opening the door. This woman must be a champion weightlifter or something. Good evening, sir. You're not particularly surprised by her low voice, but there's something incredibly gentle about the way she looks at you. Could you please drive around the outer belt? Of course. Perfect, perfect. She settles into the back seat. You start driving. The taxi leaves its parking spot and starts up an avenue, down a boulevard. After a few minutes of calm and silent driving, you get to the outer belt. You're probably wondering why I wanted you to do this, aren't you? A small yawn takes over her face. A bit. I can't sleep. A car ride is the only thing that soothes me, and I lost my license. Thus, you. Pretty straightforward, right? She smiles weakly. The lights on the outer belt line up on the dashboard. Your passenger blinks. I don't know if it's the lights, the way they're placed, or the back and forth between tunnels and bridges. I don't quite know what makes me... The outer belt puts me to sleep. So tonight, since I cleaned out most of my colleagues playing tarot, I'm treating myself to a little... She smiles, all the while closing her eyes. The enormous woman on your back seat begins to snore. You smile and keep driving without so much as another word. Little by little, her snoring subsides and gives way to bits of phrases. She's unaware she's mumbling. I have a toe bigger than all the others. Who cut its tongue? Your passenger wakes up abruptly. Take me home. I'm ready for bed. She falls asleep again as you exit the outer belt to bring her home. In back, discreet, peaceful, hypnotic snoring. You shake your head in an attempt to push away your own violent desire to sleep. Many long minutes later, you turn to the pickup point. With her eyes still shut, your passenger takes a wallet out of her pocket. You know, I can't sleep because I'm consumed with an idea. She opens her eyes. The world we live in, our current situation, it could all be taken care of if I took a gun and shot a pile of lead into our government. You can't believe your ears. Line them up against the wall, one after the other, and bam, 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 bam. She smiles, her fingers reach out with cash. Then I would sleep soundly. But only if our president, our government, only if they were all lying at the bottom of a mass grave. Unmarked, no gravestone, in total and utter indifference. That's what scares them most, not leaving any mark behind. As slow as humanly possible, she hands you a bill. Thank you for everything. You were perfect. She gently opens the door and slides outside. She closes it behind her and walks toward her place without a word, almost like she were sleepwalking. Once she shuts the door to her building, you get back to your night, just dying to sleep. Next woman. Your next passenger has barely gotten in the cab when she tells you where she wants to go in a frank and determined voice. You start driving. She's glancing around the cab and taking notes. Can I help you? Your passenger doesn't reply and continues to examine your taxi. She runs her finger over the cloth of the back seat, sniffles the seat belt, opens and closes the windows over and over. Hey! Your young passenger doesn't even raise her head as she replies icily. Is that how you speak to all your passengers? She hangs on the last word of her sentence, like she's letting the last syllable slowly escape her lips. You are unique. She shrinks back for a second and smiles. Thanks, but flattery won't get you anywhere. I'm here to get clear and objective answers. Do you think the quality of your vehicle has an influence on your numbers? No, the passengers couldn't care less. She cuts you off. I need a yes or no answer. The last word slides up with an imaginary question mark. It's still resonating in the cab when she starts her next sentence. It will make analyzing the data from my questionnaire easier. No. She smiles for the first time since she got in. Yeah, perfect. Do you think the quality of your vehicle has an influence on your numbers? No, passengers couldn't care less. She takes a minute to write down your reply. Good. Do you think you could drive for more than 12 hours a day? You look at her in the rearview mirror. No, there's no way. She doesn't even listen to the end of your reply. What about 16 hours? Driving 16 hours? Your brain fixates on her upspeak. Hours? You shake your head. 16 hours straight? 16 hours? Yes or no? No. She sighs softly as if she were disappointed. Would you be prepared to learn massage techniques as part of your taxi service? Massage? Answer the question. That reminds me of the Elon Musk drama with his I don't know, was it a flight attendant? That was asked to learn massage techniques. No, I have to drive. She groans. That's inconvenient. What about learning basic psychotherapy? No. Good, good, good. Her eyes land on the next question. She lets out a little, oh, this one's prickly. Her voice makes your skin crawl. You dig your fingernails into the leather of your steering wheel. Would you be prepared to learn how to make coffee and mix cocktails? You remain silent for a moment. She cuts you off. A yes or no answer. No. Too bad for you then. You're going to miss out on an amazing opportunity. My idea is based on a very simple concept. People take taxis in the morning, midday, and night. What if you offered them coffee on their way to work? Croissant. What if at noon between two meetings they could eat a nice hot meal, comfortably seated on the cushy backseat of a taxi? And in the evening, nighttime, why not have a cocktail before your evening out at the theater, the movies, even before clubbing? She stops herself. You can tell she's restless. You sigh. Good thing you're not far from your destination. So? I condemn the idea. That's a terrible idea. Excuse me? Well, for starters, it's dangerous to have coffee in a moving vehicle. And I just don't see how I can drive and prepare all that. I have observed that when a driver picks up a new passenger, they park for an average of 117 seconds. Yes, so we can write up the bill, pick up, sometimes clean up the cab. Or just take a break. It's wasted time. The idea is to use those 2 wasted minutes to prepare a meal for the next passenger. The meal they'll have ordered on our app. She doesn't seem to get it. Do you drive? No. I live in Paris, I don't need a car. Driving is really exhausting, much more so than it seems, you know. She looks at you, seems taken aback. She raises her hand. But wait, I didn't tell you the name I found for the concept. You're going to love it. She smiles. Mobile home. Get it? Your taxi becomes a home. A mobile home. She points her head in your direction. Not bad, huh? Listen, I'm sorry to break it to you like this. I mean, I'm just a simple taxi driver. I didn't go to college or anything. But I know that folks just want to go from one place to another. Some talk, some sleep, many send texts. But a cab is just a cab. She stares at you. You've got to be crazy not to want to transform your life. I'm offering you a way to provide better service, make more money, bring your job into the 21st century. Your blood starts to boil. I'm keeping calm. We're not machines. Yet you'll soon be replaced by robots. They know where to go, how to drive. In 10 years' time you'll have been eradicated. So if I were in your shoes... I'm keeping a lid on it. I'd be thinking about career change. Okay, you got to be a little savvy, flexible, curious, willing to leave your comfort zone. There's a twinkle in your eye. You remember one particular night, blood on your hands, your wound, comfort zone. I'm saying nothing. Your behavior is very typical of those performing low-skilled labor. You let her voice fade away, dissolve into a background noise like the hum of the engine, the rubbing of the tires, the metallic click of the clutch. Comfort zone. You could sum this whole story up like that. You were pulled out of your comfort zone. Everything changed when... I live right over there. You stop immediately. Your passenger hands you some money. As you're handing over her change, she sighs. You were lost in thought for a while there. You need to pay closer attention. That doesn't really meet expectations of a good taxi driver. She gets out of the taxi before you can answer. You bite your lip. Comfort zone. Blood on your hands. You take a deep breath. Come on. Who's next? I'm interested in this woman's life. The next passenger is getting in your cab, enters in a cloud of extremely heavy perfume. I think she has a dead fox around her neck. It's a well-known scent, on one you often see advertised on the Champs-Élysées. The woman must be in her 50s. She has impeccable posture. The fur she wears around her neck must be worth several days' pay. She opens her mouth. Good evening. Before you start driving, I just need to tell you something very... She purses her lips, attempting to stifle the word that is about to come out, then raises a finger. Shit. Whore. She continues to look at you, the same smile frozen on her face. She's just shouted gibberish at you, but her face hasn't budged. It's like she isn't even aware of what she said. She purses her lips even harder. Doggy foreskin. She shakes her head. I am truly sorry. Please hear me out. You're so taken aback that you find nothing to say. I am suffering from major emotional trauma. It seems to have triggered very strong verbal episodes. They're exhausting, to be honest. I hope you can understand. Please know that I don't believe a single word that I'm saying. She smiles. Tiny dick! It's my husband. She shrugs. Married for 25 years, 2 kids, a house on the coast, all sorts of fun plans for the future. Then a sad smile flashes across your face. Eat shit! She looks at you. He certainly did a job on you. My husband is a very Nazi rock muncher, unique person. But indeed, I'm sorry to say it now. He really hurt me. She grins for just a second. Here I am discovering how to live alone for the first time at 50. Crazy, isn't it? Toilet brush up your ass! It's really not so easy. You bite your cheek to avoid laughing and start driving. With a bit of luck, your passenger won't say anything for the remainder of the ride. Your passenger heaves an odd sigh. He didn't even take me home. She's talking to herself and her voice is steeped in sorrow. I wasn't asking for much, a little tenderness. Rotten phallus! He's my spouse after all, my husband, married for 25 years. 25 years! I let her be. She lowers her eyes. I was talking to myself. Lukewarm shit! Please forgive me. I nod. You keep driving in silence. Your passenger stays still and quiet until she starts mumbling again. You can't hear everything. From time to time a terrible swear word or a degrading insult pops out. If you would at least have twat, twat, twat. What's more, always says the same fistula words. I know She suddenly heaves a deeply sorrowful sigh. Not from the heart, but from her gut, her bowels. You jerk off, you're young. You raise your gaze to look at your passenger. Perhaps you don't realize what it does to you. Actually, no one seems to understand. She's shaking. Shit! It's all ending. Everything is broken. It's all a waste. She stares at you. You can see the shame in her face. Her cheeks turn crimson, her eyes full with tears. Please forgive me. I ask you, bitch, to please, whore, forgive me, bastard! I am looking understanding. Don't worry about it, they're only words, ma'am. You pause. I know you don't mean anything by them. Your passenger's voice seems even more distant than before. What if I actually did mean what I was saying? I don't know what's going on in my mind anymore. At first I thought it was dementia, that I was becoming senile. She catches her breath. As for you, you approach your destination. I just left dinner with my husband. He was distant and cold, even though he was the one who insisted we see each other. He even chose the restaurant, La Pierre, a very, very nice place. She shakes her head. I still don't really know what he wanted. He ate almost nothing, didn't drink a drop of wine. It was dismal. Then he got up and left me there alone, like a fucking idiot. She smiles. Fucking idiot. That's what I am. One hell of a fucking idiot. She sighs with relief. Excuse me, but I think that did some good. Your wide eyes make her laugh. Sorry, I got carried away. It was... You look for the right term. Unpleasant? She giggles. It was the first and the last time. Cross my heart. Silence. The last time. You park the taxi in front of her place. Your passenger stares intently at her building for a few seconds, like it looks ready to step off its foundation and run down the street. I think it's past. I feel so much better. I feel relieved. Like a dick sucker. Her face flushes. She all but throws her hair in your face. In seconds she slams the door and runs towards the lobby of her building. Once she's inside, you drive away. Okay, one more. Your next passenger is alone and waiting for you on the sidewalk. She gets in the cab and whispers, Hello. She has no handbag or suitcase, just a small handmade sign with an Indian name printed on it. Char de go, please. She's young, with a soft and slight accent. Her face shows no emotion. Her fingers play with a small gold chain around her neck. It is the only piece of jewelry she has on. You drive, glancing back at her from time to time. Her head seems to be elsewhere. Everything all right, miss? She nods her head gently, cracking a tiny smile. It's really early. The first planes to come in are the worst. Everyone is exhausted and half asleep. Yeah, exactly, and... She sighs. I must confess I don't really want to go there. A tiny smile lights her face up for a split second before disappearing. Family. My future husband. Well, future. I've never even met him. Her accent suddenly becomes stronger. You know this habit well. Just before confiding in you, passengers tend to relax into the natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. Sadness appears in her voice. But I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. It's crazy, isn't it? Are you shocked? No. A sad smile washes briefly over her face. It's tradition, or at least it used to be. My parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here, not in England like my sisters. She flashes a smile. I fell in love with Paris and decided to stay. I almost never go home. Actually, this is home now. Anyway, my parents insist I meet him. He decided to make the trip, saying he had a meeting as a pretext. I say nothing. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? You sense something bubbling up, anger, before she freezes. Some people refuse to let their emotions out. She slowly regains control of her body. What day trips would you recommend outside Paris? Nearby? She nods. Versailles, of course. It's really beautiful. Definitely worth it. Her face lights up. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm sure he likes that. Well, there's Fontainebleau. That's a huge park, very wild if he likes hiking. I don't really know. She smiles shyly. You prefer to say nothing. The airport is not much further. Something about the young woman makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks as if she's about to scream, but is holding it in. Time passes and silence fills the cab. Which terminal? Your question startles her. Terminal 2C, I think. Is it an Indian airline? Indeed. Then it's definitely 2C. The flights come in very early. Yes, very early, thank you. You park the car in front of Terminal 2C. Your passenger grabs her sign and exits the cab. She pauses for a second as if she were about to say something. Then she disappears. Alright. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me. And I think we have one more stream left in the month. Let me check the calendar. It's Thursday. 2 even. We got the 27th and the 29th. I'm not sure if we're doing more night call. Possibly. We might get in another case actually in 2 times stream. Or if I'm thinking of something else. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging and have a nice evening. Bye bye.